Do all of the policies that have been announced so far argue for a weaker or stronger dollar?
Look, the conventional wisdom here is quite straightforward. If you have a mix of a loose fiscal policy in combination with a tight monetary policy, that normally prescribes a stronger dollar. In combination also with the tariffs. With the tariffs, obviously, you've got the impact on inflation, which will hold the Fed off from easing and naturally strengthen the dollar. But equally, from a trade point of view, if the US is importing less because of the tariffs, because foreign goods become more expensive, then you'll see less dollar selling in the market. So that's all kind of dollar supportive. But nevertheless, since the betting odds moved from Harris back to Trump around September time during the campaign, up until the middle of January, you've seen the dollar strengthen by 10%.
Yes.
My concern now is that maybe that is fully reflected in the price. There are multiple ways that you can try to value the dollar. One way is looking at PPP. And if you look at the data series going back to 1980s, you've got 45 years of data. You look at how the rest of the world's currencies are valued versus the US. You're approaching about 2.5 standard deviations expensive to that 45-year average now. It's run ahead, the US dollar has run ahead of its normal association with US Treasury yields. But interestingly, it's also looking particularly detached above its historical fit against GDP differentials of the US versus the rest of the world, and also the US savings rate. So I'm beginning to wonder if it isn't reasonable to dare to think that the dollar might actually weaken a bit now, at least tactically. We do have to remember that this dollar bull market has been ongoing since 2011. And that obviously influences your allocation, particularly in this area of the world, in Asia.